Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. I've got my husband,
Hello.
producer James, in the studio, ready to rock and roll.
Always.
He's looking extra white, you guys. Like, he is skim milk white right now. And I don't know if because the sun has been out a lot more, so like his face and his outer arms are darker. So it really highlights the whitest parts of him. Mostly that underbelly. Oh, that belly's white. I tell you, it is baby beluga white. It's white. And those legs are something to see.
Yeah, you saw my legs when we were in San Antonio.
I was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we shorts.
We took a trip to San Antonio to take my 4-year-old niece on her first vacation. She wanted to go to Seaworld, which you may have heard me discuss at some point throughout my podcast episodes that I hate SeaWorld. You know, I went as a kid, but once Blackfish came out, look, this is how many times I've watched Blackfish. I used to just turn it on to fall asleep because the hate from it calmed me down and relaxed me. Because I would get so angry that, you know, you get so, like, you get to the tip top of anger and then you finally calm down.
Yeah.
And that would relax me and I would fall asleep. So I have highly been against SeaWorld. I'm never going to SeaWorld again. Fuck you, SeaWorld. Can't believe y'all are still open. I hope one of the owners gets swallowed down by a killer whale. Was never, ever going again. Until one day, a commercial came on. Not even commercial. It was a commercial.
Yep.
Where SeaWorld came on, and there goes my niece, looking at me, pointing towards the television and says, Kiki, can you take me there? Absolutely, I can do that.
Yep. And that is how you destroy an activist.
Yes, you have a small child. And don't let the child be extremely cute. I think I could probably tell an ugly kid no.
Easily.
Like, no, you're staying here with a mask on. But yes, I mean, that child has my whole heart anyway. And she just said it so innocently. And then she went to further explain about orcas. She only calls killer whales orcas. Like, what 4-year-old? No. I think there's some stupid bitches just walking around the street on an average day who don't even know the real name of a killer whale is orca.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I know some dumb bitches like that. For sure. So James and I and my mom, we take a little family vacation for the weekend, go to SeaWorld.
Yep.
And so we got reserved seats to see the orca show.
The first thing we saw was the orca show.
Yeah, the orca show.
Yep.
So I guess I went a little bit too hard with the orca show because I'm sitting there minding my own black business. Maybe it just enjoying it too much because I can feel eyes staring into the right side of my face, and I turn and it's James and I'm like, what? He's like, okay, Miss Blackfish. I guess I was cheering and woohooing a little bit too hard. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. I didn't even think about Blackfish when I saw the killer whales. I'm like, oh my God, they're so shiny.
Oh, they're so beautiful. So
they're
majestic.
So beautiful. Yeah.
So captive.
And so it did not help. It did not help that at first they had the younger whales come out.
Oh, see? That's how they get you.
Yeah.
The kids.
So I was kind of like, okay, all right. Their dorsal fins were still up. And James was like, here comes the real ones, the big ones. And and they didn't bring them out towards the end.
Right.
And I was like, oh, fuck, this place is awful. But we still going to ride some rides. We're going to eat cotton candy. We're going to go see the sea lion show. We're going to do all the things. But
she was literally sitting there clapping like a seal, like, oh, I love the orcas. Yay.
They were doing so good.
Yeah. I mean, when they're forced against their will, absolutely.
I know. So when the adults came out with their dorsal fins flopped over, reality kind of came back to me, and I'm like, this really is awful. I can't believe it. See, this is what's so fucked up about people, okay? So we all know that Blackfish center around one particular, I mean, it brought light to the whole situation, but what really made people, I think the reason for them to make Blackfish was that one of their most popular SeaWorld trainers was killed by telecom. who was a very, very well-known killer whale whose sperm was used to populate lots of other orcas.
Oh yeah, he was a breed stock.
Yes. So this is how people are. So never mind how fucked up the situation is that you go and grab these orcas from the wild, put them into captivity where they're clearly depressed, and they show you that they're depressed every single day. Never mind that part. What we're going to do to make the situation better is we're not going to have the human trainers inside of the tank with them.
Oh, right.
That was their way of fixing the situation. It's like, no, I don't feel bad for a human who jumps inside of a tank with a fucking orca. I don't care if you're trained. I don't care if you're a fucking naval SEAL. I don't care if you've been watching orcas all your life and you could fucking understand their language. If you jump inside of a tank with an orca, you're going to get killed. That's just how I see it. You get killed. You get killed. That morning, I hope you said your goodbyes to all your family members when you decided to jump inside of a tank with an orca.
Well, you're jumping in a tank with a thing called
a killer whale.
Right.
Yes. Like,
no, yeah, there's no such thing as a cuddle whale.
No, there's not.
Like a love whale.
Yeah, it's a killer whale.
Killer whale.
It's named that for a reason. And
because it kills.
It kills.
Everything.
Anything that big, to me.
And smart.
Yeah, I'm like, they was put on Earth to destroy humans.
You let them figure out technology and we're fucked.
We're fucked. I'm like, look at how smart dogs are now. You cannot tell me, especially little bitty dogs, they're going to take over the world one day.
Your little dog has already taken over the fucking house.
They're so smart, and they're so close to humans now that I think they pick up on all of our prime example, the cat this morning, okay?
And cats are the ones I'm most worried about.
They have I feel like little dogs are going to be first in command. And then, cats are going to be vice president.
Oh, no. Cats are going to run the whole show. They'll totally subjugate the dogs.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that.
Because cats are devious.
They are devious.
Dogs love you enough not to be cruel. Cats could give a fuck.
So this morning, I get up. I've talked to the boys. I've already talked to Sushi. I've talked to Marvel. So I'm like, has anyone seen Liam? That's the cat. So I'm calling his name. He doesn't come. But I know he hears me. So James is like, I think he's towards the front of the house on the couch in the front. I'm like, all right. So I go towards the piano room. I call his name again. So he's laying on the couch. I see him. He doesn't see me. I see him stretching his head like, is this bitch still calling me? I see his head doing it because he hears me. So I said, Liam. So he flips his head and he's like, meow. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I heard you. I didn't want to be bothered. This is how I know these animals are going to take, and there's nothing humans are going to be able to do about it because we have taught them everything that we know.
Right.
So, yeah, but SeaWorld, it was a great experience. The whole trip, we only spent one day there. I don't know if I'll ever go again, but I don't know. If I have grandkids one day and they ask me to take them, maybe by then we'll be real, real rich and we'll just take them to go see them in the wild. That's what I would prefer to do.
Would be cool.
Yeah, but
well, you still have one younger niece and one brand new nephew, so
hopefully by the time they're interested in it, I will be real, real rich and we could take them to go see them in the wild.
Yeah, there's still a few more chances for you to totally cash in your principles.
I'm gonna try not to do that no more. I did feel kind of bad on the ride home, but I was so tired and hungry, it didn't really affect me all that much. And I was real, real thirsty because Mila had stolen my frozen lemonade. You know what I mean? Don't you hate when you ask a little kid if they want something? And they're like, no, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. And you take 2 sips of the fucking thing that you got and all of a sudden they want it. Yep. But they don't just want it to share with you. They want it. They want it.
They want all of it.
Then she had the audacity to give it back to me when there was a sip and a half left and it was all fucking melted. It wasn't even frozen.
Drink it all?
Because she was full. Because she drank it on the way to the car in what are those new carpool cart things that you can put your kids in? You carry all your stuff. I don't know what they're called.
It's a wagon.
They're a little wagon. So this bitch here, she decides she's tired, the diva that she is. She lays all the way out in it, gets a sun hat, covers up her face, and sips my fresh frozen lemonade on the way to the car. And not just that, eats the popsicle.
Well, Uncle James pulls her.
Well, Uncle James pulled her
like a goddamn
50.4 pounds.
Yeah, like a goddamn carriage horse.
Yeah. That's the kind of life that she lives right there. So, I just the other day, I think it was yesterday, I posted on Instagram, my Instagram stories, there's this big beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. So they keep going back to back with these diss tracks. I'm far too old to really, really go into it. It makes me giggle. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. I mean, we grew up with Biggie and Tupac. When a motherfucker rapper had a beef, somebody came up dead.
A beef was a beef.
A beef was a beef. Like, they took this shit seriously. Like, there was drive-bys and shit like that, all right? East Coast, West Coast.
Right.
So I posted, like, oh, they're still going at it. Remember when rappers had beef, someone got shot in the leg? I'd be damned if I fucking woke up this morning and someone shot something like near one of the rappers. I'm like, I gotta chill with the shit that I say, because in the last few weeks I have said something and it has come true. And I'm like, oh man, I would have felt real bad if Drake and all his light-skinnedness would have got shot. You know what I mean? Because light-skinned men, they don't know how to take pain at all. Light-skinned men take pain like a woman. Okay? They do. They don't know. They scream. You know what I mean? They ask for the priest to come in. It's real theatrical. It's real like female-like. They ask for like an epidural. That's what light-skinned men do. They can't help it.
Wait, I've heard for years women say how much more pain they can take than a man.
It's true.
Because of childbirth. So how could you take pain like a woman and you're talking about it derogatorily?
Okay, they take pain like a bitch.
Okay, there you go.
Let me correct myself. Okay. So last week something really funny happened. Was it last week we had a new episode, or was it the week before?
A week before.
Okay, so usually when we post that there's a new episode out, there's always a picture that goes along with it. It may be a picture of the person that is part of the podcast, featured or something like that. Sometimes it's a picture of me, and it just so happened it was a picture of me, right? And so this is the funniest shit. This woman goes, hello. She's like, I listen to you on Pete Shade, and I listen to you on your show, and Miss Thing, you don't look anything like I thought you looked. She goes, you don't look anything like how you sound either. Not to be rude, but I thought you were a lot bigger. And she goes, and the way you describe yourself, I thought you were a lot bigger. She goes, you're a teeny tiny peanut. And I was like, damn, do I sound fat when I talk? I'm like, do I sound like I'm drinking a milkshake and dipping my double order of French fries and ketchup when I'm talking? I'm like, what do I sound like? And then she's like, well, can I see a picture of producer James? I'm like, sure. Like, here's a picture of both. Yeah, he doesn't look like how he sounds either.
Well, how'd she describe me?
She just said, you don't look like how you sound either. So I have no idea. I don't listen to anything that I'm on. So I have no idea what I sound like. But apparently I sound fat.
Well, remember our friend Nia DeBose, the comic? She used to do the fat voice, which was, hey guys, y'all hungry? Like everything was really breathy.
Yeah, like if someone said, hey, when you talk, you sound like you're doing a Zyrtec commercial, because I'm always coughing and sniffing. Absolutely 100%. Like yes, without ever listening to anything that I'm on, I know you're telling the truth. But this is so confusing. And maybe when she said the way I describe myself, because we do talk about our weight.
That's it.
And I'm like, yeah, I totally get that. But she said I actually sound bigger.
Maybe she meant your personality just sounded bigger.
I don't know. I don't know, but it made me laugh so hard. It really tickled me.
It's funny someone says, well, you sound bigger.
I was like, I don't think my voice, maybe I just have a naturally fat voice because I've been fat since childhood. I don't know. I don't think your voice changes when you lose weight or not.
It does.
I think I sound the same.
To me, you do.
Yeah, I think I sound the same.
Yeah, you haven't lost any bit of bitchy at all. That's the same.
Yeah, and I think I still have that like deepness to my voice. Like my mom has that voice.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that made me fucking laugh. And when she was like, "Can I see a picture of James?" Sure, you can. Here you go. Yeah, he doesn't sound like he sounds either. I'm like, I should have probably, but she's like, "I love you guys." It was, she was being so genuinely honest, which made it even funnier to
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when you guys give us feedback and talk to, I mean, don't talk shit. I don't like that shit. But when y'all are just being like, talking with us, and it's really sweet. It's really funny. That one tickled me a lot. So
That's gonna give me a complex.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she thought you sounded. Maybe she thought you were black.
Oh God, why would anybody hear me and think that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I I I, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to sound my voice to sound skinny. I don't know. I
Sound
don't.
more white.
Maybe I should drink a Slim Fast before I record, so I can sound
Sound
skinny.
skinny.
Maybe we sound older. I don't. I have no.
We're 45 years old. We are
I'm not
older.
45.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
You're 44.
44. So
right.
I don't know. It's so fascinating to me. Just like,
How about people send us comments or something? Post how, like, a picture of how you think we look or how you think we sound. I would love to know what people think we sound like.
well, it's so funny because we do still have listeners who have been with us since the very beginning,
Ooh.
when we used to be all video, who saw me at the
yeah.
height of my weight
Yeah. Those are
till now.
yeah, those are
So
this is
they've
going
seen
back.
us through it all. They saw us post weight loss surgery.
Pre-weight loss surgery.
They've seen me failed weight loss surgery. They've seen us through it. They've seen wigs, good wigs, bad wigs, braids.
They've seen you through it all.
They've seen me through a lot of stages.
Sure
Yes, they have.
And
All
we
right.
love every one of you.
And thank you so much. If you are a friend of the Libra Lounge, which I hope, did I say which, like, which Wingardium Leviosa, which? That's good. I don't know what I just said there.
I don't know.
I don't know. I heard a dog scratch at the door. It totally distracted me a little bit.
You had your edible yet?
I've not had an edible
Okay.
as of yet. If you are a friend of the Libra Lounge with, damn, I cannot say the fucking word today. If you are a friend of the Libra Lounge, which I hope you are, it is time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Man, that took way too much out of me.
Folks, we are professional broadcasters.
Yeah, we are. So last night was the Met Gala, and I was disappointed because Rihanna was not able to attend, and that bitch shuts it down every year. She and Zendaya do it for me every single year. They understand the assignment from top to bottom. Riri had to cancel last minute because she has the flu, and I have the feeling that that flu is a 9-month flu. I just have a feeling it's gonna last 9 months. I hope that it is. I hope it's a girl, and I hope she's done and she could get back to making fucking music, because she's all about making babies right now. It's been like 10, 15 years since we've had new music from Rihanna. It hasn't been that long, but she's had back-to-back babies, and I know she wants a girl. So, girl, look, I know you can afford to have that, what is it, sperm selection, gender selection.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and do it before your man gets locked up, because I think he's still on trial and shit. And
Who's
it
your
wasn't
man?
looking too good. What's that little boy name?
I don't know.
A$AP Rocky.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, get that did, so you can get back in the studio. Because clearly she don't believe in doing the studio with a baby on her hip. I get it. She's in mommy mode. But damn, you can do that. You can hire a nanny. I mean, you probably got a studio in your house.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, damn, Riri. Where the music at? You even got a song saying, please don't stop the music. But you stopped the music.
And a song that says work like 80 times.
Work, 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 work.
Yeah, get back to it.
You ain't been doing that, Riri. Where is the music? Come on. You even got a song that says 0 to 5. Come on. But Zendaya shut it all the way the fuck down. This bitch even did a wardrobe change. I don't think anyone's ever done that before.
Like, what do you mean? When did she change?
She came in one outfit, James. Then she left and went back to the hotel, changed clothes, and came back in a whole new outfit.
And that's special. Why?
Because the second outfit was even better than the first one.
Oh.
But then we had Kimberly Noel Kardashian,
Well, using her full name. Something must have happened.
who, first of all, 2 weeks ago, you showed us that you damn near bald-headed. Because she had to be platinum blonde when she was going through that phase with, what's that little stupid-ass comedian boy that's always real depressed whenever a girl breaks up with him, and he be right, him with them big like
Fish
chimpanzee lips, whatever fucking kind of lips that looks like he's got like Botox and wiener lips, or
Looks like he could like stick to the side of glass.
yeah, those. What's that fish with them big lips? He's got like Jay-Z. It looked like Jay-Z had a baby with a white person lips.
Looks like allergy lips.
Yeah, what's his name? Pete. What is it?
Pete Davidson.
Yeah, him. When she was dating him, she had to be platinum blonde, and it tore up her fucking hair. We knew it tore up her hair one time because I think North accidentally took a picture of her and posted it, and like Kim's hair is like a little bit. It was a little bit past her ears, and we were like, "What the fuck is that?" We're like, "Whoa." So since North had already posted it, Kim actually posted like a brief video. We're like, that's your hair? Like, wow, it's fucked up. So then she went back to like her original colored hair and lots of extensions. So last week, we knew it was really bad because she dyed it a little bit pink.
Ooh.
And it was really short. And I'm like, holy shitballs. Now she's back to blonde, but we know it's all hair extensions or it's a wig or something. So that's how she stepped out last night at the Met Gala. And she comes with this teeny tiny waist. I don't know if she's gotten like, how many ribs do we have? Like, was it 6?
Yeah, 12 or 13.
That's how many ribs we have?
In total.
How many is it?
I think it's 12.
What is it, 6 on each side?
Yeah.
How the fuck do we not know how many ribs we have? Especially you. How do you not know that?
Because we don't eat people and count ribs.
What is it? It's 6 on each side. That's where a 6-pack comes from.
No, 6-pack is your abs.
Well, the abs are where the ribs are.
We have 24 ribs.
We have 24 ribs?
12 on each side.
We do?
Yeah. Boy,
I don't feel like we have 12 ribs.
Boy, we are assholes.
Are you sure that's not a cow?
No, it's 12 pairs of ribs.
Humans have 12 ribs?
We sure do. They go all the way down. Like they start.
They do?
Yeah, they go like feel how far your ribs go down.
My ribs covered by some chunk. I don't feel that many.
No, they go down almost to your hip.
We have 12 ribs?
12 pairs. We have 24 total ribs.
Damn.
It's a lot of ribs.
Why would this bitch look like she had 3 last night?
Like she had some removed.
Yeah, like it is cinched so tight. Like it looked bad. It really, really, really did. The dress was really beautiful, but then this bitch, and if you follow me on Instagram, I said it in my story, she had on a cardigan. She looked like she borrowed from the back of my closet. It made 0 sense that she had this the cardigan, you know how like you have on a cardigan and you've worn it and it have those little, what are these little things that I have like on the cardigan I have on right now?
Tassels or?
The little, no, the little knots where you have to get that little thing to get them off.
Lint?
Not, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
The little balls.
Yeah.
It looked like it had that on it. I did not get why she had that cardigan on.
Oh, I'm looking at her.
You see?
Yeah. It looks like
What
a
was
shawl.
A shawl?
It looks like an old woman's shawl.
I don't get why she had that on.
I don't know.
Her face didn't look good.
No, and she cinched.
to the gods, but not in a good way.
No, not a good way.
How is that healthy?
I don't know.
That's not healthy.
I hope it's not.
What do the ribs cover up the lungs, right?
Well, yeah.
What do they protect? The lungs?
Most of your internal organs. Yeah.
All of them?
Not all of them, but a lot of them. Lungs, heart.
I'm sure when she
esophagus.
got home and got uncinched, whatever organs it was protected, said, "Oh, holy fuck! I didn't think she was ever gonna take that shit
her,
off."
her stomach like stretches its legs out, like,
Oh,
thank
fuck! This was a
you."
long day. Thank God we can relax and really be ourselves right now. Like that was just too fucking. And for what? Like, do they raise money at the Met Gala?
I think so. Isn't it a fundraiser?
I think it's a fundraiser.
Maybe
Not just a
so.
fashion show. It's like that what it has become. I think it raises money for,
Let's see.
I can't remember,
I don't know.
because it has come so far from what it initially was
Right.
to what it is now, which is like a fashion show for the rich.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, well, it's a fundraising gala for the benefit of the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. So it's a gala to raise money. It's a fashion gala to raise money for fashion.
That is so stupid.
Yeah.
It should be to raise money for hungry children.
It should be, because it's $75,000 a seat.
Wow.
Yeah,
But you still have to be invited to it.
sure.
No, you have to be invited to it. Some people are not.
Yeah. Well,
That's insane.
75 grand a seat for a fundraising event for a college of costume, an art college.
That is a world
Mm-hmm.
that we live in now.
Yep. And every one of these assholes pay all that money to go to a college and not to feed a single hungry person, not to do any bit of housing, not to do anything at all that they complain about. Not one bit goes to climate change, whatever the fuck else they care about today. Over $200 million collected.
And then you still have to get a designer to design whatever you're going to wear.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yep.
And actually, you surprised me because I thought it was $100,000 a ticket.
Now 75, and it's gone up every year. So like 2023, it was 50 grand. 2024, it's 75.
And to those people, that's like nothing. That's like paying $100.
I guess. Yeah.
And I can't even imagine. Can you imagine what kind of food they serve them? It's probably salad with like no vinaigrette. No, it's probably salad with no chicken on it. It is just like a lettuce and 3 slices of tomatoes on it. That's it. Well, speaking of Kim, she went to the roast of Tom Brady and viciously got booed when she got up there to roast Tom Brady. Like, it was so bad. She had to give them, someone had to tell them, the crowd, to stop, because the boos were so loud it was echoing off her mic. Wow. So when the person told them, dude, y'all need to fucking chill. I mean, her roast was actually pretty good. So when she was back in the crowd, someone else got up there to roast Tom Brady, but roasted her as well. So I cannot remember who it was, but they said something that was from, what is that movie? It was Anchorman? What is that movie with Will Ferrell?
Oh, yeah.
Is there something in there about a whale's vagina?
Yes.
And
San
they
Diego, which means a whale's vagina.
And the person said, speaking of whale's vagina, Kim Kardashian's here. But she took it like a fucking champ. And I'm like, the girl has to have thick skin. There's just no way that she doesn't. But fucking how embarrassing to be viciously booed when you're up there. Like, how sad. Oh well, she's still, at the end of the day, she could go cry. She could go cry in a bed with all of her fucking money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So Britney Spears, oh boy, we just fucking...
Y'all are learning your lesson now, aren't
Oh,
you?
every month we learn how we just went too... The next time we decide that we're going to go hard for someone to be released from their what was she under?
Conservatorship.
Yeah, we need to do a little bit more research. We need more evidence.
Yeah, you need a little bit of a monitoring period.
Yeah, we need to know exactly what the fuck we're doing because we did it. Like our hearts were in the right place.
Yeah, but your fucking heads weren't.
They were not in the right place at all because now this bitch is at risk of going broke. She ain't making no money.
She had dancing with knives and shit.
She had a fight with her boyfriend. Ambulance had to be called. She's on the verge of a psychiatric break. She's dating a man who used to work for, I think he used to fucking clean for her or some shit like that. He's got like 10 children. 10 kids. Like, what is going on?
She's legit a crazy person. And y'all wanted her loose.
I know. It was like we needed one of us needed to go to a podium and say, y'all, hold up. Like, I get it. We're a little bit right. We're a little bit right. Okay. She need a little bit of freedom. Hold on. Wait. We need groups. You gonna do this part. You need to find this out right here. Y'all 55 gonna do this. Okay. Y'all research this part. Y'all right here. Y'all go back and research why exactly was she at the gas station barefooted? Yes. Remember she did do that. We forgot about that, didn't we? Yes. She had money when she was walking through the gas station through all the nasty oil. Research why she did that. Yes. Remember Cheeto fingers? We forgot about that, didn't we? We need to talk to a psychiatrist. Why was she doing that? Yes. This 55 over here, we need to know exactly why on that day she cut off her hair. Talk to them doctors. Find out what was, because we don't really know.
We need groups. We need committees.
We need groups, groups. We do. Then we all gonna meet.
The summit, a Brittany summit.
We're gonna bring everything together.
The B5.
Yes, we are. We're going to come all together. We're going to all get together. We're going to meet for 15 days. And at the end of the 15 days, we're going to come up with a plan. It's not going to be executed all at one time. No. It's too much too quick.
A multi-point plan.
Yeah. And we need a judge to help us execute the plan. Because we don't know what the fuck we doing. We don't. We also need to keep in mind her kids don't fuck with her. Because we forgot that part too. Okay? Her mom and them, they was wrong. They don't fuck with her either. Now, her daddy did get what? Because he got karma. He got walking around. Well, he limping around with one leg. Okay? But none of us are doctors. Okay, now we can go ahead and keep our little protest signs, our t-shirts. That's real cute. We're going to take pictures. But we don't know what the fuck we doing. Okay, we're going to take pictures. We're going to just send it to Brittany. We don't need to go to the court of law. We don't need to go to Congress. None of that. We're just going to write letters to Brittany. Okay, Brittany don't need to be all the way free. She need free weekends. And stuff like that.
Supervised
visitations. She can go to Starbucks by herself on her lunches and stuff like that. She can go to the mall for 30 minutes on the weekends by herself with a bodyguard. And she got to be back in by 4:33 every day. And that's it. But she needs to still live at that facility. Yeah, she's not right, y'all. We fucked up big time. So someone else who's fucked up in the head is Kim Zolciak Biermann.
Ooh.
This bitch will do anything for a paycheck. So, she is relying on clickbait to make money now. And she went so far with clickbait, she insinuated that Croy died.
What?
Yeah. So she put up a clickbait that said R.I.P. and had Croy's face on it.
Oh my
God.
It
freaked everyone out, including her own children.
I'm sure her husband, who's still alive.
It freaked out her own children.
Oh my
Like
God.
her second daughter, Ariana, posted on TikTok, like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? She was like, that gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
She goes, I saw that and I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? So this bitch, Kim, in response said, well, you know, the end of my marriage
It's like a
is
death.
like a death.
Ugh.
The end of my lifestyle was like a death. You know, so it's the same thing. Bitch, no the fuck it isn't. Like, you didn't have to order a casket.
Oh, she probably would order a casket
She's
for her
so
lifestyle.
fucking dumb. Supposedly, they are officially supposed to get a foreclosure date for this house. I have never in my life wanted a house to get foreclosed on so much in my life.
I never wanted people to be homeless so bad.
So bad. So bad. Like, I almost want to open my own home to Croy and the kids. Y'all just come stay over here till y'all just get stuff together. I mean, we'll make it work. We got a little bit of space. I just want y'all away from Kim. I want y'all away from Kim in that house because it's a lot of that. It's hoodoo, voodoo. It's a lot of stuff going on. But I think it's Kim and her wigs. Y'all need to get the fuck away from. Like, this has been going on for 12 years a slave. It's just, I don't know. They need a new beginning. They really, really, really do. And
separately, apart from each
yeah,
other.
because she's not living in reality at all. Just like Disney is not in reality because they are now letting Beyonce and Lil Blue Ivy have speaking roles in the upcoming Lion King project, which is going to be a prequel to Lion King.
Mufasa.
So, okay. Beyonce can barely talk. Have y'all noticed that no one lets Beyonce do a lot of talking because she talks like a fifth grader that went to an all black school that has like 1 star, a 1-star rating black school. Okay? She doesn't talk well. She does not have a good speaking voice. Now she can sing. Maybe she just needs to do the musical of the prequel of The Lion King. Let her sing The Circle of Life. Let her do all the singing parts. Like, do the musical. Let her do Broadway. Let her get her Tony. She don't need to speak. I don't even know what role she's going to be doing, but she don't need to talk. I don't. Have we even ever heard Blue Ivy speak? No. And why does Blue Ivy need a role? Because her mom is Beyonce?
Just so they can say she had a role.
That's the only reason why. That's that nepotism. Is that what it's called?
That's just that we're going to throw names in here, hoping it'll sell more tickets.
Well, I'll tell you what. Adding Beyonce onto anything is never going to make me buy a ticket. Period, point blank. Okay. Quick reminder, if you are enjoying our show, make sure to leave us a 5-star review. When we get back from this break, I've got a special guest. We have Kimberly from A Date with Dateline. She and I are going to be breaking down this season of Mama June. We'll be right back.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back, you guys. I just want to remind you to make sure you're following the Libra Lounge with Keisha on Instagram and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Keep going. So I'm so excited because I have a special guest. I don't get to talk to that many people about Mama June, especially Mary Payne Gilbert.
Yeah.
So I have Kimberly from A Date with Dateline here to talk about Mama June. Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I also don't have anyone to talk about this. I'm on the Reddit thread. That's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah, me too, most definitely. And to me, Mama June and her family are some of the most fascinating people on this planet.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you not like the trash level of it? I mean,
The trash level is addictive. The
Yes.
Rage, if you want to like what rage
Yeah.
watch, this is prime for that because I do think she's
Yes.
one of the worst people on TV, and I cover
Mhm.
Dateline for a living.
So you've seen murders, all
Uh-huh.
kinds of things. And yeah, Mama June is most definitely way up there. And I have personally been following Mama June and Alana since their first appearance on Toddlers and Tiaras.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Katie, my partner, has also been watching since then, but then she fell off the train. Now, I'm a very late viewer. I never
Okay.
watched even Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, but I'm going to go back and watch.
Oh.
So I started with Family Crisis. And
Okay.
so I got in deep with her addiction and Dr. Ish and the therapy sessions.
Yes.
I don't know why I started with the most depressing seasons of all time and never watched
Yeah.
the fun stuff. Like I was aware of them. I was aware of the ketchup on spaghetti and stuff, but I wasn't
Yes.
like,
Sketty.
yeah,
Sketty.
but I
Yeah.
wasn't
Sketty.
in that. But I plan to go back.
Well, here's the thing. I think she has always been a horrible person, but we didn't get to see how horrible she was. I mean, I'm going back to my Rolodex. When she was on Toddlers and Tiaras, she really seemed like a good hands-on mom.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a trash level still there, but but I mean, clearly she had us all bamboozled because she
Yeah, and I think
wasn't
the
that parent.
editing of the show too, and the editing
That's true.
of the early seasons made it seem like they're trashy, but in a fun way.
Yes. Now we have them raw. I
Yeah.
mean, once she got all of the surgeries and things like that, she got the full makeover. I think her addiction really went on an uprise and we really got to see June
Mhm.
for who she is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not pretty. It's
No,
not
it's
pretty
not
at all.
pretty. It's really not pretty.
So this season has been cut in half.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something new. The first time I noticed it was on Thousand Pound Sisters. They did like a season, and then there was a part of a season, then there was a break, and then we got the rest of the season. I don't know
Well, it's like
if I
Love
like
After
this or
Lockup
not.
that you do with Mary Payne.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. That's
it's like
true.
we're on season 2, but there's been 7,000 episodes. Like, it's just so
Yeah,
weird. They
it's
start with
yeah,
brand new people, but they number the
yeah.
seasons in the same season. It's very weird.
Matt Sharp doesn't give a fuck
No,
about numbering his episodes or seasons. He's
no.
just like, put that shit on there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like, throw that shit on there. They know where
Yep.
we're at.
Uh,
They're gonna watch it anyway. Yeah.
uh,
So when you try to go back and watch old shows, it's quite confusing when you hear us talk about it and they're like, what
yeah.
season? What show? We're like, I know
Yeah.
it's foolishness at its worst. So
And I just listen, my dear friend Melissa, who is a podcaster from Moms and Mysteries, and she has a podcast called Criminality with
mhm.
Rebecca, who's also a good friend. And it's like crimes in the reality TV space. Highly
Okay.
recommend. So I just went
Okay.
back and listened to their Mama June episode to
Oh,
refresh myself. And
okay.
she did a lot of explaining about how they like started on TLC and then they were fired
Hmm.
by TLC and then
Yeah.
WeTV picked up the mantle. Maybe they shouldn't be giving this woman money. They shouldn't, but at least they're
Hmm.
giving the children money. I hope that's a whole nother thing. But
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later
yeah,
too. Yeah.
but now like WeTV is taken over. So it's a whole thing. Yeah.
Well, I always say that WeTV is where broken and fired reality TV stars go to start anew.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, when
Totally.
they're get kicked off one network, they just go
Uh-huh.
over to WeTV. WeTV will make a show for you
Yeah.
if you have just been disgraced, which she was. And if you guys don't remember, they got kicked off of TLC because she started dating someone who had molested her oldest child, Anna. Like,
It's
who does that?
it's sickening. It's
Yeah,
beyond sickening.
it's Mama June.
And then WeTV was like, "Yes, that's fine with us.
Yeah.
She's gonna get gastric bypass. We
Come on
want to be
over.
there for that."
Yes, yes. You want new teeth, you want a
Yeah.
new body, you want new hair extensions. WeTV will take care of you.
And then are we participating by watching? Yes, absolutely. But I
Yeah,
like to think we're also supporting the children. We're doing
I
it for the
watch it
kids,
for
guys.
the kids. We're doing it for the children,
We're
okay? We're
actually
not
noble.
supporting.
I think we're noble because we are
I
trying to
think
help
so too.
the children.
because I root for the kids because they've been
Absolutely.
through so much with with June, but their whole lives they have just
Absolutely.
been going through it. So yeah, we are doing it for the children. Okay.
Mhm.
All
Yeah,
right. So
you're
this
welcome.
season starts off right. Starts off. I thought it was gonna go in one direction, but then we went right back to the total trash. We started off finding out that June's oldest daughter, Anna, has a very rare and aggressive form of cancer. If I tried to say the name of it, I would screw it all up. But that's where the show starts off. And I thought this whole season was going to be about that storyline, but
No, it was like one
no.
episode was about that, and then they kind of
Right.
dropped it, but maybe the next part will be more
I,
about it.
I think so. I think so. So I have to say, I'm not trying to rush over Anna's cancer, but we just didn't see that much about it
Mhm.
other than, Pumpkin always being the voice of reason for everyone.
Yep.
She has accepted the fact that she's like, my sister's going to die.
Mhm.
Whereas Anna nor June has fully accepted that. So we got to give it up to Mama Pumpkin to be
Yep.
like, we got business to take care of.
Yeah, there are 2 children. Where are they
Yeah,
gonna go?
exactly. Because I don't think one of them did not win the parent lottery at all. She got Anna, who Anna's kind of, I followed her on TikTok and she was not June as far as a mom goes,
Yeah, okay.
but she wasn't like
But I
mother
mean,
of
look
the
at the
year.
example she had and look at what
Yeah,
happened to her, the
yeah,
trauma.
yeah. There's lots of, and I'm sure there's stuff that we just don't know
Don't know about.
at all. Yeah. So I got to skip to Anna's country wedding.
Yeah.
Now, Kimberly, I live in Texas.
Yeah. What do people
So,
wear to weddings? This is actually a point of contention on Pink Shade when I'm talking about
okay.
90 Day because we have a
Okay.
lot of weddings on 90 Day Fiance, and
Mm,
some of the outfits do confuse me. Like I've seen
okay.
backwards baseball hats, overalls, like t-shirts with maybe offensive sayings like balls to the wall, you know, like things like that.
Wow.
So, and I'm like, this is a wedding, right? Because I live in
Yes.
California, you do at least like casual, classy,
Yes.
something, you
Yeah.
know,
Yes.
a skirt.
Those have been the weddings that I have attended. Of course, a lot of them have a rustic kind of country thing, which I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm like, do you boo?
Right.
But I have seen some weddings that friends have been invited to, and it's a honky tonk. I'm like,
Wow.
where the fuck were they going?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a
Just
little
like,
jealous, like comfortable shoes, comfortable clothes.
right.
Like, I think
Yeah.
life is too short to have a tight waistband on at any time. Like, I'm too old for that. I'm a
Yes. Yes.
little jealous, but it would never fly here.
I don't think this, what we saw on this episode, would never fly in California.
No. Oh my God, no.
It would fly here where I am because I'm on the outskirts of Texas. So there are lots of little small towns, including where I live. And some of them are pretty redneck and pretty country.
Yeah.
So I was just surprised that this is the wedding that we saw. And I would think WeTV would have like pitched in some money to
Nah.
help them out a little bit. But WeTV said, no, 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 no. Y'all on y'all's own with this
Uh-huh.
wedding right here. It
Yeah.
was horrible.
Does Mama June have foot issues? Is that why she wears the Crocs and the socks at every formal event?
Oh, yeah, she's got like elephant feet. Like
What does that mean?
like
What does that
they're
mean?
they're really big.
Oh
And
God bless
then
her.
there's
I mean,
like I
no,
don't know
not
if
bless
it's
her, but
yeah. She if anyone deserves elephant feet, it's Mama
yeah,
June,
they
okay?
God did a good job. Yeah.
So like once you're
Karma feet.
past the toes and going up, they get really swollen.
Oh, okay, okay.
Almost like what is it, lymphedema?
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe?
lymphedema, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, she's got, but some of it is just, I think, structurally,
Yeah,
just from her.
yeah.
Because sometimes I look at Pumpkin and I'm like, oh my gosh, Pumpkin is shaped just like
Mhm.
June.
Yeah.
It's just something that's genetic. But oh yeah, her feet are fucked up.
So,
Yeah,
Crocs and socks must be the most comfortable,
comfortable.
acceptable choice for a
Yeah.
formal attire.
Well, I don't think her feet can fit inside of a tennis shoe.
Yeah, that
They're
makes sense.
and sandals?
Yeah,
No way.
that
No.
makes
So
sense.
yeah, it's Crocs for her. But I have a feeling that even if her feet were not bad, that bitch will wear Crocs and socks to someone's wedding.
You're right,
It-
100%.
I didn't. So I know that the wedding was thrown together rather quickly.
Yes.
But damn, when they said thrown together, they really fucking meant thrown together.
Yeah.
No one dressed up for, they had the season where June got married, and
Yeah,
that
that
was
was more put
that was,
together.
yeah.
That was, like,
So
at a hotel of some sort, and it was yeah.
yeah. So, and this is not to be rude at all, but I felt like they would give the girl who is dying of cancer
Yeah.
a better way than they did meth head June.
Yeah, they need one of those shows that comes in and does, like, a happy
Yes.
celebration for someone who's going through something horrible, but they didn't have time.
No. I guess, I mean, but Anna looked really, really happy.
She did, that's what matters. Some of the gentlemen were dressed, casually, um
Country casually, not just casually. You're being really nice. These motherfuckers act like they just gone to a rodeo and were going for drinks after the wedding at the local bar. I was like, what is going on? But I have to say that June does something that I love so much, and it makes my husband cringe. He hate watches the show.
Okay.
Where I watched the show for interest. He fucking hates June with a purple and pink passion. He
Yeah,
has nothing for her at all.
yeah.
But I love it when she describes how she makes her famous baked beans.
Yes. They make it like a
Because
recipe, like, they think people at home are, like, writing down, "Oh, okay.
yeah.
This
So
is
my
what."
husband's like, bitch, you're making baked beans and your number one ingredient was a can of baked beans.
She's like Peggy Hill on King of the Hill, like, she calls it spaghetti
Basically,
and meatballs, which is just spaghetti and meatballs.
gotta get
She
him out.
calls it
Yeah.
the Peggy and meatballs because she puts her own twist on it.
Yeah, and look, I am down for a twist, and I might personally love baked beans. I will eat baked beans out of a can. But when she describes like putting the ground beef in it and the
Yeah,
brown sugar, that excites me.
I love it. I love
Yes,
it.
that brings me so
I
much
am
pleasure.
constantly watching their what they're eating. What again, I live in California and people here are annoyingly health conscious, and
Okay,
I
okay.
am a curvy gal, so I don't fit in
Mm,
here. And
mm.
so I just watch like, oh my God, white bread with butter
Yeah,
and look at those
yeah,
chips. And is that
yes.
child drinking a Mountain Dew? Like
Yeah, yeah. I
it's
mean,
fascinating.
so it is some of the things that they eat. Well, some of the amounts that they eat sometimes,
Yeah.
like, I get jealous
Yeah. Oh,
because,
totally.
I used to be 350.
Wow.
I was fat pretty much. I've never been small. I'll
Yeah.
say that. I've never been small. So it really reminds me of my 350 days.
Yeah.
And sometimes I miss the eating of 350 days. Like I
Yeah. Yeah.
really, really do. So I'm like watching it like this all lovingly, like they're
Yeah.
telling a love story, like it's total food porn for me.
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, that sheet cake looks so good. Cause I used to eat half a sheet cake all by myself.
Yeah.
I miss some of that. So
Yeah.
yeah, some of their country food, I'm just like, and then what's the little girl's name? The one who's always in
Ella.
everyone's Ella. When she has her peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on that white bread, it's that cheap white bread that's nothing
Yes.
but yeast.
Yes.
I'm like, I just want a bite. Like, I want a
Yeah.
big bite so
Because they
bad.
don't
So
seem to care and no one seems self-conscious about their bodies. I do admire that.
no,
I mean,
I do
there's
too.
probably some health issues going on, but I
Oh
really
yeah.
do admire like Pumpkin's wearing her like little leggings and like
Yeah.
does no one seems
Zero fucks.
no one cares.
No,
I
they are
would love to
confident than a
live like that.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
They are like, I admire that about them.
Yeah.
I may not always agree with the things they're confident about, but those
Yeah.
are some confident bitches over there. Like,
Alana's sitting there on TV in a bathing suit. Like
I, don't-
I would
I,
die.
I am 44 years old.
Yes.
I have not owned a bathing suit since before my daughter was born, and she turns 22 this month.
Jesus.
I've not owned a bathing suit at all.
I go to water
So,
aerobics, and that is the only time
oh,
people see me in a bathing suit.
I don't even know what kind of bathing suit I would. Well, I would want a string bikini, but
Yeah.
I ain't got a string bikini body at all.
Well,
And I'm
we
just like,
all
she's
do.
so
Any
confident.
body is a beach body. Let's say that.
Yeah,
We should
yeah,
all feel that way, but in reality, most of us
right.
have hangups, but
Yeah,
not these
I
people.
not at. I mean, I'm like, damn, honey, boo boo, just
Yeah,
okay. I see you, girl. I see
yeah,
you because I I. I'm not confident enough to go out and get a bathing suit. Well, when I think about it, I'm thinking about what kind of cover up I could have
totally.
on as
And
well. Yeah,
she's
well, she's like, I
literally
don't
sitting
care.
there, no cover up on TV.
No, she's like,
Crazy.
y'all gonna get all these arms, y'all gonna get this belly, y'all gonna get these thighs, and y'all are gonna love
Uh-huh.
it. And
I admire that.
we do. So finally, like I said, I've watched this child since she was little bitty. A dollar makes me honey. I
Yeah,
mean, a dollar makes me holler,
yeah.
honey boo boo girl, all of that. And she's graduating from high school. So I did not understand the need for her to wear a full wig for her graduation. It's just
I don't
really
understand a lot of
confused.
the they talk about like how broke they are, but then she does seem
Yes.
to spend quite a bit on nails, hair,
Yeah.
eyelashes, makeup.
Yeah.
But that's important to her brand, maybe, or just her self-esteem. You do
I think it's
you,
her.
but it's
Yeah.
not. But she's been brought up in that world where
Yeah.
little girls are made to look like
True.
40-year-old
Grown
women.
women. Yes.
So I think she probably feels really naked without all of that on.
I think so too. But I will say, with having a young daughter, like those long nails, I call them booty scratching nails. Because I'm like, how do you wipe and not scratch your butt
That's
at the same
literally
time?
the first thing I think every time.
Yeah.
How do you go to the bathroom?
I had someone, like, I asked my daughter, but then I also saw someone who had them even longer. I'm like, I have to ask you, how the fuck do you wipe?
What
And
did
they're
she
like,
say?
it's really easy. And they're like, you just get the toilet paper, you start wrapping at the tip of your fingernail, go all up the
You
fingernail,
wrap
and that's
it.
how you, yeah, yeah.
Thank you for asking the hard-hitting journalism questions
You're
because
welcome.
that has always been my number one question.
Yeah, I had to know. I'm just like, this just doesn't, I'm afraid of scratching myself just with a regular wipe, but you're talking
Absolutely.
about these nails. I'm like, that's kind of crazy. And I have to say this. She wears the eyelash extensions. I do too. I live for my eyelash extensions. I'm like, when y'all cremate me, I still want to have my eyelash extensions on, okay? It's an investment though.
Yeah.
It is like $100 every 2 weeks. It's like,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah. And so
Ooh,
her nails, that's $100+ with just her nails and all the stuff, the length of them and all the designs and rhinestones that she gets. That's got to be $100 every 2 weeks as well.
that's crazy.
I don't know how she does it, but back to this full wig.
That's what the $800 a month is going towards.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing that my husband says about me. He's like, oh, so the little bit of money you make podcasting just goes to all your beauty
Yeah.
shit. You just spend it right on up. I'm like, you're welcome. You don't have to pay for it.
Exactly.
Like, so she's got her full wig on. I have never seen someone less excited about graduating
Yeah.
as Alana. Well, I'll take that back. My daughter graduated in 2020, and those kids were pretty fucking unhappy. But they had a worldwide
Oh,
epidemic
goodness.
going on and
Yeah.
could only invite 2 family members. But she was not happy at all about this moment.
I think
And
she's like on to the next thing. Like,
I think she's ready to blow that popsicle stand and get the
yeah.
hell away from all those people.
And good for her.
Yeah, I agree too.
What
So
I
what did
didn't
you think? Go ahead.
what I didn't understand about the graduation is like the big deal about Dodo not coming was the
Yeah, that's what I was about to
stupidest.
say. Yeah,
It was so dumb. Like that
yeah,
woman has been there for you every single time your mom has not been.
yeah,
God forbid.
yeah.
I'm so sorry she missed this date, but like she was sorry and they were holding a grudge against her.
Like a heart. So here's my thing. You don't invite me to your kid's graduation. I'm sending you a thank you note
Yeah,
because I don't want to fucking sit at some kid's graduation unless it's my own. That's
totally.
it.
It's not
It's
like she
long
was giving
and
a speech
boring.
or something. You just
No.
clap when they cross the stage and that's it.
That's so I didn't understand that, but they were like, And maybe it's because she has been there for everything that they're like, well, why would you miss this? I'm
Right.
like,
Well, then they're taking her for granted. Yeah.
I think so too. I think so too.
Or it
Yes,
was like a
I agree.
storyline that the producers were pushing. But it did seem like
It
they were
could be.
really annoyed, and I didn't get it.
Yeah. I didn't either. I'm just like, to me, it's a lot to ask for someone to come and sit at your high school graduation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
My brother
that's.
did not come to mine because
I
he
mean,
was a jerk teenager. I was like,
I
fine.
mean,
I don't want him there
I
being miserable anyways.
because most people are there pretty miserable, and I don't know what y'all do in California, but here in Texas, we have them outside in May.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Know how
It,
fucking hot it is in
yeah.
May in Texas?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah, you literally have to bring yourself like a bottle of Gold Bond to keep putting underneath your boob and your fupa because of all the sweating. You don't want to chafe.
Oh God, what a
Yeah,
nightmare.
that's how it is. So Dodo, we're sorry on behalf of your crummy ass family. Now, here's something that it got on my nerves so bad was the whole debate about Alana going to Colorado, and it was based on the fact if Draylon and his woman hips could move to Colorado with her. He is a woman from this top part of the belly all the way down. He's shaped like a woman.
I gotta look.
It's
I've
just
never
amazing.
noticed. Oh my God. I'm gonna
What?
go
You
back. I'm
didn't
gonna
notice?
go back and look.
Those hips don't lie on Draylon. He's got it going on. Yeah. But then again, I always notice men who are kind of bottom shaped like a woman. I don't.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
that's
my
the thing.
thing. I don't know. Maybe it secretly turns me on. I don't know. But I will always notice. I'm like, okay, woman hips over there. I see ya. Okay. So I didn't understand why they allowed for this to be a debate.
It's ridiculous, especially after the precedent that Mama June has set for following men around
Yeah.
and doing everything for the men and ignoring what's in her best interest. Like,
Yeah.
do the opposite. And then she
Yeah.
was gonna do exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Alana was so rude to Pumpkin and Josh because they were trying to pump her up and tell her you need to make this move. Most people go off to college without their girlfriend or boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like it's the norm,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
But she's so codependent. She has to have him there. And I don't get it. This boy ain't got no job, no education,
Yeah.
a suspended license. Like, why?
I don't see much of a personality either from him, to be honest.
He's always kind of like, oh no. Yeah, yeah. That's all he offers to the show.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get
And
it.
if she wants to start fresh and meet new people, that's going to be a crutch for her having a boyfriend there anyways. I get that it's
Yeah.
scary going off to a new place, but
I didn't get it, and then you had to, of course, Pumpkin has to get involved. She's trying to get this kid off to college,
what's
but in
going on
order
with
to
his
have that happen,
family? Like, does he, so his
yeah,
dad was sick or
I know his dad
something.
was sick.
Does he have a mom? Like, why is no one pushing him? Just call the lawyer, call the
I don't
DA's
know.
office, do what you're supposed, like, you keep bitching about if you can go to Colorado or not, but you
Yeah,
don't make any phone calls to find out if you can go.
and then his reasoning behind that, when Pumpkin did ask, he's like, "Well, I don't want them to tell me no." What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, they're either gonna tell you yes or no.
Just,
I don't want them to tell me no.
it's better to know. You're holding up your girlfriend. Don't you want what's best for her to
I
follow her
I
dreams?
I mean, because if I had to judge based off of what I've seen, Alana for sure is going to be the breadwinner in that
Yep.
house if they stay together. So
Mm-hmm.
I think a small part of him did want her to go to Colorado, but at the same time, I think he kind of would be okay with her staying back.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because it would make things easier on him.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But you got to get this shit taken care of anyway.
Yeah. And then
I
they
don't
get
know.
mad at Pumpkin for intervening, but like she's the only one making things happen.
Yeah, I was talking to someone about Mama June, and I had to remind them that Pumpkin is not even the oldest sibling.
No.
There's two in front of her. It's Anna, Jessica, then Pumpkin, then Alana.
This
And
poor
they were like,
woman.
really? I'm like, yeah. I was like, plus she's got like 25 kids of her own,
I
and
know.
she's only 23.
And people online bitch a lot about how she's like a scam artist and she's always
Uh-huh.
like pitching things on Instagram and like,
Mm-hmm.
but what else has she known her whole life?
Nothing.
And I
Nothing
don't think
at all.
they have learned about birth control, clearly.
Clearly. Yeah.
And like, so I think that's all they just have, they don't know. We take for
Uh-uh.
granted any sort of education that we have had about how to be
Yeah.
better. Their role model was Mama June.
And then there was no fathers unless you want to include Sugar Bear, who
Exactly.
wasn't much of a dad. But I will say this. I do, follow them on TikTok, and they're really not doing anything differently than other influencers are doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're pushing a product. Now, they did set up like I think it's called Sisters Boutique, and it's Pumpkin and Alana are the owners, Jessica and Jessica's girlfriend, and like they have like employees.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so they're selling their. I mean, I don't get the hate. I think people just hate them, but
Hmm.
this is actually kind of smart. It's just it is how a boutique is ran.
Yeah.
They buy things wholesale and then they sell them to people on TikTok and their website.
That's what tons of people are doing. It's a resale
Yeah,
company, and that's
yeah.
if you
I
don't like
mean,
it, you don't have to buy from them.
you don't have to buy. Some of their stuff looks really cute, and it's the stuff that's in style right now. I mean, she's
And
got to
she
make
can
money.
do it with her kids at home, so good for her.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so we're still trying to get Alana off to Colorado. But then in between that time, June moves back, and I think this might have been at the beginning of the season. She moves back to Atlanta so she can be closer to Anna.
Right, because now she's a good mom.
Okay, so see, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, how much help is June going to actually be?
Right.
I mean, she can barely walk.
Right. She can't
Then
drive
she can't
herself.
see. She
Yeah.
can't drive. What are you gonna? You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna make baked beans, her special baked beans,
Yeah.
and that's gonna make everything so much better. All right, so she and Justin, who I have to ask you, what is your opinion of Justin?
I kind of love Justin, but like I
Hmm.
don't know a lot of the internet stuff. So maybe he's scamming people too. Maybe he's like in it for the fame or the money or whatever.
Hmm.
But like on the show, I really like him.
I agree with you 100% about how he is on the show. Like he seems to be the voice of reason. He
Yeah.
seems to have the
Dedicated.
majority of his brain is working. He,
Yeah. Dedicated to his sobriety,
yeah. I
calling
mean,
Mama June out on her
on her
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah.
He seems great. I'm like, thank God. But fuck, I tell you, if you go on TikTok and you watch him, he's the village idiot.
No, that's what
Yeah.
I've
So
seen people say.
part of me wonders, like, did they write him a script for this show? Because he's nothing like that on TikTok, and he always looks high as fuck.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, he always looks really high. He agrees with everything that Jude says. Like an episode will drop where he's the hero, and then he'll go on TikTok and say the opposite.
Gee, what is
I
going
don't
on?
know.
That's so disappointing.
But it's true. So I'm kind of wondering, where's the real Justin? Who
Right.
is he?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to go up to him and say, "Who is you?
Yeah.
Who is you?
Yeah.
Now, who are you? Who is you?" I don't get it. He's a fucking nut job.
That is so disappointing.
What do you think about Pumpkin's husband, Josh?
Well, again, it's the same thing. I think he's
Yeah.
great on the show. I think he's protective of Alana. I think he's kind of raising whoever comes into his house. And,
Right.
he's definitely sees right through Mama June.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish he would step in more when they're fighting and give
Mhm.
his point of view, but I think he's just done at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but then again, maybe online he's a different person. So I don't know.
Well, he doesn't work.
That's what's weird. Yeah, that I don't like. But
Yeah.
unless you consider supporting Pumpkin's online endeavors or
I
raising the
don't know.
kids. I don't know.
But I
Like he
just
used to do
don't.
construction.
Right. I don't know why he stopped doing that.
Yeah. And they
And
always seem to be moving. Like how
okay,
many houses
so
have they had?
so you didn't know this, and I only found this out this season. because when they were in the house for the first part of Mama June Family Crisis, because I have to remind you, there's also Mama June Makeover. It's another
From
name.
hot to not.
From
Not
there
to
you go.
hot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So they were in one house, and I will never forget when that house popped up on the screen. I said, "What the fuck are we doing in life? Because
Yeah.
we don't have all that land." And like, how are they making it?
Yeah.
So that's not their real house, and neither is the house from this season.
Okay.
They just record in those houses.
Okay. That explains a lot.
Yeah. So when you see Pumpkin's real house, that matches more of them.
Okay.
I will say that. Yes,
That makes
yes,
much more sense.
yes. I was like, whoo! I thought we were doing bad in life
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Or
yeah,
do I have to move where there's just one road in the town, which is fine. And,
right.
like I would be
Yeah,
fine with that. People leave you
yeah,
alone, and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Where they live is not. It's not suburbs. It's not where they live. It's
Very rural.
it's really country.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I
So I
don't know
think
why
like
Josh
again,
stopped
I'm in
working.
California. I
Hmm.
literally cannot afford a condo. I cannot afford a house. I cannot afford any. I rent. I've been renting into my 40s.
Well,
It's
y'all's
so
rent is
expensive
high.
here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how y'all do it. When I hear, I'm like, they paid the same amount of money as we did for our house, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend who lived out there in Oakland, and they had like this 3-bedroom apartment, no AC, no dishwasher, and it was in the thousands. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, damn. Move down here.
I know. If my family
Just
wasn't here, my stupid family.
dang it. There's always some attachment that we got
I
to
know.
deal
I
with,
do like the
right?
weather though. I do like the weather.
Y'all do have that. Texas weather is not nice at all. And neither are the mosquitoes, and the
Yeah, I've heard.
politics aren't all that great all the time
The
either.
politics
So
the politics would be very rough for me. Yeah. I'm in a
it's
constant
rough.
state of rage anyways, just living here because I
Yeah,
go online. So,
yeah. It's our politics are not real cute right now,
mm-mm,
and I'm hoping there will be a change, but I don't know. All right,
mhm.
so
So
we
Mama
know.
June not pushing for college,
Yes. Why do you think that is?
selfishness? I don't know. Like it's insane to me that a mother would not want further higher education for her child who wants to pursue a good career. That's
Yeah,
mind-blowing.
I think it's jealousy.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
it's jealousy, like almost to the point of how the fuck did Alana get here where she's able to do all this? How come she gets to go away? Blah, 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 blah. Most people, us normal folks,
Mhm.
we want more for our children. We want them to be better than us,
Exactly.
but not if you came out of Mama June's vagina. You fuck
Nope.
you on your own. You know,
She's
she
a
was sucky
narcissist.
like,
I don't wanna
yeah,
diagnose someone, but I think she's the most narcissist that ever narcissist. I mean, it's
she,
crazy. She needs to be
she,
studied.
she needs to be on medication.
Yeah.
She does, and in therapy. And
Yeah.
I'm not even trying to be funny. Like she seriously, look, if I could take my pill every day in the morning time,
Mhm.
Mama June could take the probably 7 that she's gonna need every
Uh-huh.
day. Okay,
Mhm.
there's something wrong with her.
100%. And there's plenty wrong with me, and I'm also on a lot of medication, but
Yeah,
like, because I don't want to affect other people, but also I don't want to be miserable. But like, I don't think
right.
she's aware that she's the problem. Like, it's
Because she's narcissistic.
right.
So she no. I take my medicine every day. I don't want to make anyone miserable around me. I don't like the way I felt when I wasn't on the medicine.
Yeah,
So I take my goddamn medicine, and nobody has to know about it unless I talk about it on a national podcast.
right. Because no shame. Mental,
There's
no
no
shame with
shame.
mental illness. And a
Yeah.
narcissist doesn't have to be like a murderer on Dateline. They
Yes.
can
And that's
take
what people
care of
think.
it and work on it so they have
Yeah.
loving relationships. I think it's possible with
Yeah.
the right amount of work and medicine and all of that therapy.
Yeah.
But she has no.
Yeah. She needs to see Dr. Ish every Thursday.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
She needs to like
But
live in
she's
his
not gonna do that.
house. It's
Really. She
it's
kind of
she needs
does.
like inpatient a team of doctors.
Yeah, because there's just so many things. There's so many things that I could just list that are wrong with her.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine the list of what's really
Yeah.
wrong with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but I think she's jealous of Alana.
I think that's so true. Like, is she gonna get a spin-off up there, and then it won't be Mama June's show, and she's gonna leave when I'm
Mm-hmm.
back and doing so great, and this is our
Yeah.
time. If she's here, I can show how great a mom I am, but if she goes away, I can't
Mm-hmm.
show how great a mom I am, and then
Yeah.
she's gonna be as successful and have a job, and
Yeah.
it won't be relying on me, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's had plenty of time. You can still be a great mom and your kids away at college.
absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think she understands that though.
No.
I I
And also, not
I don't.
everything's about you. This is Alana's
Yeah.
time to start her own life.
Yeah. So I got it just was a coincidence that I got a DM on Instagram like 15 minutes before we started recording. And at first I was kind of like, what's this? What is this? Like, why did they send me this? Because people send me videos all the time. But I was like, I don't get this until I heard the name. So it's about this child actor who was discovered by Charlie Chaplin, and his last name was Coogan. Yes.
There we go.
He was the reason behind the Coogan account because he was the most famous child actor. As a child actor, he earned $4 million. And when he turned 21 and went to go check his account for his money, there was nothing.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's how the Coogan account became. We got the Coogan account. But guess who the child actor was? He turned out to be the person who played Uncle Fester.
No.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was just like,
wow.
had no idea. I was like, thank you. And your timing was perfect. So this goes right along. This brings us right into the Coogan account.
Mhm. Could that have been more confusing? I felt like I needed a MBA to just to understand because she talks in circles
Yes, she does.
about finances.
She lies in
She
circles.
lies in circles.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's so confusing. God bless
Yeah.
Pumpkin again
Yeah.
for doing the spreadsheet and the whiteboard and
Yeah.
explaining it all.
And then this, I feel so bad for them because they just don't know any better. So Alana has his $20,000 scholarship for school.
Mhm.
The way they were acting was like they thought that $20,000 was going to cover a whole year or her whole college.
They just don't know, and I feel
They
like
don't know.
uh, Mama June's not teaching them. So I'd really
Mm-mm.
want to talk to the public education system. Like, why are they not preparing them and
Mm-hmm.
teaching them what school costs, about
Yeah.
building credit, because that becomes
Yes.
a huge problem. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and public school in California also sucks. So I'm not saying we're any better. Like, it's just we're not
Mm-hmm.
taught these real world things
Not at all.
like
Anywhere. No.
taxes. It's like we're taught about geometry and things
Yeah.
that you might not use unless you're in that field. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. It's unless you go to like some special private school,
Mhm.
you're going to be denied a lot of things, like
Yeah.
real world things that you just need.
Mhm.
But that's when the parents are supposed to step in, which they don't have in this case,
Right.
so they could teach you about these things.
And say
So
you
a
need
lot of,
this much money for college. That's going to cover a fraction of what you need.
yeah. Well, they didn't even know how much a year at college was. They didn't even know how much a semester was until all of a sudden Alana decided to call.
Mhm. And they didn't
I
know
was
how
like,
much rent would be in Colorado. They thought
no,
it was everywhere in the country is like where they live, which is
yeah,
insane.
insane. Yeah,
They
most
were
places
failed
aren't.
every step of the way.
They really, poor babies.
I know.
Just, maybe if they believe in reincarnation, they'll come back as I don't know, a Kardashian.
Yes. Seriously.
These poor girls, these poor children. So okay, now we found out that Alana's gonna need a shit ton more of money than more than
Mhm.
the $20,000 scholarship. So that's where June and all the finances kick in. And this was horrible.
This like made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. And so I can remember being a kid and growing up, and I don't know why my mom did this, but every time like a child actor would have like issues with their parents over money, that is something my mom and I would talk about. Even as a
Wow.
child,
Oh,
I can
interesting.
remember being in like elementary school, and
Yeah.
I don't know why we talked about that.
That's so
So,
interesting.
I always knew that the parents were supposed to put money back for their kids. I didn't know the percentages or anything like that, but this was crazy, and I don't think June would have ever brought this up ever, 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 ever in life
Mm-mm.
if she hadn't been put on the spot. So
Okay.
Alana's saying basically, okay, are you going to help me with school?
Right.
Which her response was basically, are Pumpkin and Josh gonna put in up any
Oh
money?
my, that just, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm talking too loud
Yeah,
into my mic. I'm
no,
so mad. The fact,
yeah,
the gall of this woman
yeah, to say that.
to say to Pumpkin, who has raised her child
Yeah,
for her and her
yeah,
own children, are you going to
yeah,
put in
yeah,
when
yeah.
you've been giving 800 a month in child support? I can't.
Only towards the end
Yeah,
did she even
exactly.
get that.
Yeah, and they had
So,
to take her to like to court
court,
practically to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one thing we were talking about, something I was intending on telling you this. So we have found out that the whole time that they've been filming, Alana basically moved out when she was 16 or 17 and has been living with Draylon in their own place. Yeah,
See,
I know.
this is what I'm saying. Like, I see on the show and I like these people, but then these
Hmm.
horrible things are happening outside of the show. Like,
Yeah,
how old is he, first of all? Is he?
he's like 20
Yeah, see, I
or
don't like
21.
that at all. This is all, I
I
don't
know.
like this at all. This is
And
bad.
some people may say, oh, that's not a huge age difference. To me, there's a huge age difference and a maturity level difference between your youngest ninth grade kid and the oldest kid in 12th grade. And
100%.
they're in the same school.
Yeah.
But there's a huge difference here.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have been living together. So this whole first time living together, is
That's a
all just
lie.
for. Yeah, I wish people would stop uncovering the truth.
Right.
I'm
I
okay
just
with
want
the
to
lie.
watch. Just let me enjoy the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm okay with being in the delusion. Like, this is why I
Absolutely.
watch reality TV. But then
Yes.
people go dig, which I'm a digger too for other shows, but I don't dig too much on this one right here.
No,
I
I
just,
just want to
I
be in the
don't.
delusion where Pumpkin and Josh are great parents and
Yeah,
would never let something like this happen.
and they did
And
just
Alana is
really
not
did.
perpetuating the cycle that Mama June has set up, which was the cycle that
Exactly.
her mom set up, right?
Sounds like it. It's yeah, pretty much sounds like it. Yeah, they had a horrible mom.
I just, at least Alana seems to understand birth control. At least I'm praying because I do not want her to get pregnant and have to
Clearly,
put
she
her schooling
does.
aside. Like,
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'm willing to bet Pumpkin came down really hard on her about birth control.
yeah, I really hope
Yeah,
so. I think so. Yeah.
I hope so too. So now we have Alana and Pumpkin asking June, is she going to help them with college?
Which is the bare
And
minimum. It's
yeah,
if a parent can, I think most parents would.
yeah,
If they can financially help, I think they would love
yeah,
to do that, most parents.
yeah,
But then you add in this whole other thing that she stole the hundreds of thousands of dollars of the original Honey Boo Boo money from the original show and
yeah.
that sold the house and the drugs. Like, if you add all that, this is the
It's a
very
lot of,
least,
yeah.
literally the very least that she could do.
How about they shouldn't even have to ask her? She should
No,
say, hey, I'm going to help you out with this.
yeah,
Or,
I need to make up for all of this other stuff that I've done.
yeah. And she just doesn't get that at all and then starts back with all the lies,
All the lies. And to
you know?
Justin too. Like, it's
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
Roll the tape and it's like she said the opposite.
Yes, every
20%,
single
80%,
time.
20, 80.
Yes. And it's just like, June, you did say that. Like,
Yeah.
you totally did. But she's probably got mush brain from all the meth that she's probably done in her
Yeah.
life. And then
And I
just
think if
being
you're like
June.
a true narcissist like her, like your brain is lying to yourself to so that you're in
Yeah.
the right all the time, so that
Yeah.
you're never in the wrong.
Yeah. I agree 100%. So they're trying to figure out how they're going to pay for Alana's school, because all of a sudden now she has said that she's going to school after we went through 13 episodes of her saying, I'm down, being a total bitch about it. I'm like,
Mhm.
girl, your sister's just trying to help you. So just stop.
That was one
So,
thing. She is quite a typical teenager and is not grateful
yes.
enough for Pumpkin and Josh's help. ever.
Not at all. I think one time she even said, "You're not even my real mom," and some
Oh
shit
my
like
god.
that. I'm like, really? Because she said a few things this season. I would have like, I'm so close to kicking you out of this goddamn house
Yeah,
if you talk
yeah.
to me like that one more time and you don't pack your bags and go to Colorado.
Hmm.
So now that June, which she did this to herself because she could have just said, "Yeah, I'm going to help you out with school," but no, she said no. So that's when the box opened about, okay, well, how much money does Alana have from all the work that she's been doing since she was like 6 years old?
You're so right. If she had just said, "Yes, I will help you," then none of
Yep.
this would have come up. She made
Yeah.
it so much worse.
It may have come up, but it would have come up like years later, like maybe when Alana hit 21. But no,
Right.
she got it kicked off super early.
Mhm.
So then she's got to hurry up and come up with a lie because she knows she spent all the money.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Now,
Which
can she take out some loans for this, or does she have to pay all of this every semester up front? They're making it sound like she has to 11,000 like every semester.
Yeah, so I was on
Cash.
Reddit and people were asking the same question, like, why can't she get student loans or, other stuff like that? Maybe she does, but then again, I don't know. Remind me, I have to tell you something when we get towards the end about the money, something that
Okay.
Alana did. Okay, so now Pumpkin's like, okay, well, we need all of her money. Like, what's in her Coogan account? We need to know what we're working with.
Mhm.
And this is when shit just hits the fan because June comes in, guns a blazing, full of lies. And she's talking to her children like they're as stupid as she is, but they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And she's like, this percent went in here, I did it, that percent went in there. There's nothing left. And she's trying to explain why there's nothing left. Which I will say this that Coogan, the state that they live in,
Right.
they don't have it there,
Right. So she only
which
had
is
to do it
messed
for
up.
those 2 shows that were in California.
Exactly.
It should
And
be
she's
everywhere.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And maybe someone will go to Congress and say
Mhm.
we need the Coogan law in the state of
Alana
Georgia
and
because
Pumpkin should go.
yeah, justice. And here's the thing, it wasn't just Alana, it's Pumpkin's money, Jessica's money.
Oh my god.
We already knew
Yes.
she stole Anna sued June
Yes, that was on the
over that
criminality
money.
episode. I just learned about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, she sued her because she's like, "Where's my money? You're not giving me my money." But we know now she was using it. Yes, some of it was to purchase a home for them, vehicle, food, because she doesn't work. I don't even think June can work. She probably
Right.
would just get disability.
Right.
Great. Okay. It wasn't like they were living in a mansion. They didn't have like Land Rovers and stuff like that.
At that
Okay.
time, yeah.
But she was also funding every fucking relationship that she had.
There we go. Mhm.
All of her Du Bois got a car. She paid for that. She paid for wherever they went. The Du Bois always want to go on vacation. They always want to have chains. Even Justin's got a chain.
I was asking about that on Reddit, like how much I need a jewelry person. Like how much are his chains worth? Can he return them? The one that says king and give that money to Alana for college.
First thing, I don't care if you are the king of England. I am not calling you my king.
No.
You no. I'm not doing that. I'm not buying you a chain. I'm not buying you a chain in the first fucking place because you're not a rapper.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting you one that says king. And I honestly don't think that's real. Like I don't
That's
think
what I
it's
was
real.
wondering. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, I think it's totally fake and it looks totally stupid on him.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah,
He's so
she
small and his head is so small that those chains look ridiculous.
and his teeth are so big. Let's not forget how big
Exactly.
the
The
teeth are.
proportions are all wrong.
Yes, they're all wrong. So, she's buying all these men things that she should be buying for her children.
Absolutely.
And they're not she's simply just not doing it. And they were too young to know, hey, like that's our money. Shouldn't we
Mhm.
be getting this, and that? And
Mhm.
then we come to find out, she did Pumpkin's wedding. She paid for Jessica's school, bought Jessica a car.
But
She goes,
wasn't
I
that
paid
all
for all
Honey
that.
Boo Boo's money? Wasn't that all Alana's money?
And some of it was their money too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, she thinks that everyone's just so dumb, like they can't figure this shit
What
out.
she's not realizing is they have not ruined their brains with drugs, A, and
Yeah.
B, they have a lifetime of practice of seeing
Yeah.
through the circles of lies that she does. So
Yeah.
now they see it instantly when it comes out of her mouth.
Yeah. And it takes Pumpkin and her whiteboard, all her printouts. I mean,
Mhm.
she was ready to come with all the facts for
Mhm.
June.
And
Even though
Justin
we
is
know,
new to June's lies.
yeah,
So he is
I think
now
so too.
eyes wide open, except on social
Yeah.
media. We're going to ignore that part and
Yeah.
pretend that he is now fully aware that she is a full on liar.
Because she is. I mean, and she lies to him a lot as well.
Mhm.
She has since the start of their relationship,
Mhm.
lying about the girls and her relationship with them. It was she lied to his mom even. So she doesn't. She's just a liar in
God bless
general.
Justin's mom. Can she step in and help the children? Because
I don't know.
she seems great.
Her and her smoker's voice need to get to Georgia
Yeah.
and help this family out
Yeah.
like right now. So June is lying in circles, even though she's got Pumpkin spitting out the facts. She's even got the shit printed up everywhere where everyone can see it. And June's not even like getting upset.
That's what was so creepy. It's just she
Yeah.
lies so easily, and, like,
Yeah.
if someone was accusing me of stealing all of their money, like, from
Hmm.
children, I would be
Yeah.
really upset if I was being
Yeah.
falsely accused, but she is
She's
not
not.
being falsely accused, and she's just they need
But you know,
Dr.
she's
Ish there.
lying.
Can we bring in
Yeah.
Dr. Ish to every family conversation?
I think Dr. Ish is like, these bitches haven't got right in all these time. I'm not about to put my good professional
Yeah.
name
No, let's bring
on
maybe
them with them
Dr.
anymore.
Drew would do it or Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil
Yeah,
might be able to handle them. Oh,
I
but
I
because of
think so.
criminality, they played a clip when she was on Dr. Phil, and
She
he
was on
was
Dr. Phil?
yes, and he called her out. Why are you dating this man that was accused of SA with children
Hmm.
and all this horrible
Yeah,
stuff? And she's like, "Well, I've heard that they can be rehabilitated and it's fine. And I didn't know certain things that he was never, and he was just calling her out on stuff. And she just gets so flustered because she was not a good liar back then.
wait a minute. So the person who assaulted your child,
Yeah,
they could be rehabilitated.
right.
Okay, great.
And
But he
he said,
talked to
she
your
goes,
kid.
he goes, "You think this was the first time he's done that?" Because she's like, "Well, he hadn't, when I met him, I didn't know that and he only did it once or something." And he goes, "Most child, predators assault
Hmm.
like 40 to 50 victims in their lifetime or something crazy." Like he was spitting facts. And she's like, "But I've also heard they can be rehabilitated. Like if they do the work, if they're under
Yeah,
supervision and seeing
yeah,
doctors and stuff, like is he doing any of that?" Also,
yeah.
what mom is like, "Oh, it's fine,
Exactly.
let's
Yeah,
give him the benefit of the doubt that he is going
yeah.
to get better."
Yeah, and I'm gonna date him again. My
Yeah.
kid's gonna be totally comfortable with being around him.
Yeah.
And we have a big thing down here. I don't know. I'm sure it's everywhere, but people try to normalize grown-up children being around the person that assaulted them. That
That's
is not
horrible.
okay.
No, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
I've
Oh,
seen it so often.
and then Dr. Phil played a clip of Anna saying, like, "Why do you have him around? He shouldn't be here. I yell at him.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be here. You know what you did. You shouldn't be
yeah.
here." And then June goes, "Well, she's been untruthful about some things."
Oh
So
my
basically
god.
accuses her of lying about it.
Yep.
Like, like if
Yeah.
you think she can't get any worse,
She
worse.
can. She always can.
Oh,
Like
the
whenever,
bar is so low,
all
and then
the
she goes
time.
lower.
Yes, it does. Just like she cannot possibly do anything else, and then there she fucking goes, right there,
For real. Yeah.
following Justin, so she don't fall on the step or something like that. So
Uh-huh.
okay, now we're in one of the best explosions that we've had with Mama June, and we've had
Wild.
some good ones.
Yeah,
But I mean, Pumpkin calls her a lying, dirty dog, which she is.
she is. Truth.
Then Alana, oh my God, she called June a motherfucker.
Deserved. Well deserved.
So I posted that clip on my Instagram story, and someone's like, "Yeah, but I don't think it's right that she called her mom
No, see,
a
no.
motherfucker." I was like, "Well, I do,"
I do in
and
this
I
case, 100%.
was 100%. I said, plus she doesn't even look at June. as a mother. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a total motherfucker. She was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of other things that she could have been called as well. But
Mm-hmm.
Ilana finally spoke up for herself because usually she just depends on Pumpkin.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not asking you to pay for my college. I'm asking you for the money that I earned so that I could pay for my own college. That was my Roman Empire right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
you fucking get her,
Good for her.
And yeah, I was very, very proud of Alana in that moment. So you were talking about, we were kind of discussing, which we're not going to be too long because Kimberly's having major back problems.
Yeah.
I'm having old lady body problems over here. And
Oh, can we
our old
discuss
asses gotta
that
go.
we are the same age as Mama June? Can we
I
can we
know.
just give ourselves props at how much
I
better we look than
know.
Mama June? I hate
Well,
saying that,
because
but
we
it's
haven't
true.
been crackheads. Like
Exactly.
crack, meth, alcohol,
Yeah.
smoking, all that ages you
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
especially when you do all of them together.
Mhm.
It just,
Also
yeah,
just being a horrible person. It shows on the outside.
that ages you as well because God don't
Mhm.
like ugly. So
Yeah.
there you go. So we were talking about if Alana could get like financial aid or whatever. And you were saying like how much it is, like every semester is that, all that. So after that last episode came on, Alana went to TikTok. Maybe I should just stop watching them on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need to stop going on Reddit where people are calling them out on this stuff.
I love Reddit. Like Reddit is like one of my besties. Like I love
It's like the only notification I have left on my phone. I cleared off my therapist was like, your phone is stressing you out because you have notifications set for everything. And so you just have
Reddit.
constant things you have to take care of. And I was like,
Right.
I'm just going to leave Reddit because that makes
Yeah.
me happy.
It's important. Like I
Yeah.
get excited whenever I
Yeah.
get a notification from Reddit. I'm like, who we talking about today?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
who is that? So she went on TikTok. And I don't know if this was good or bad. So people were asking her about how much her schooling was. And she's like, well, I've got this much already, but I need letting everyone know how much more she needed for people to start sending her money.
Right. Was it like an official GoFundMe
Yeah.
or just through TikTok?
Yeah. And so people were like, especially on the Reddit, because I call it the Reddit, they were like, she's asking people to pay for her college.
Yeah.
I was on the fence about it. I'm
Yeah.
like, if people want to help her out, let them help her out. That's
Yeah.
their money. She's not threatening anyone.
No.
But at the same time, she was kind of, I don't know.
This is where it feels scammy, but at the
Yeah.
same time, what else have they known their whole
Yeah.
lives?
Yeah.
And you can give, no one's making you give. There are a lot of other people out there who also deserve financial
Yeah.
support, and you can give to them as well if they're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a little torn. It does kind of feel
Yeah.
icky, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I get it.
Yeah. I do too.
But I think
And
she
she is still
deserves,
in school.
yeah, I want her to go to school.
Yeah.
I am a little nervous that after all this she is going to like stop. Like I know she did fine in high school, but
Hmm.
she doesn't appear to be the most motivated or hardworking person on the show.
No, she's a passenger princess, remember?
Right. So
Yeah.
if she was my nurse and she walked in the room,
Uh,
I would be like, "Can I have someone else?"
I'd be like, bitch, watch your nails.
Yeah.
Like, don't stick me in the eye with
Yeah.
your
I
nails.
hope she proves everyone wrong. Like I think it's
I
an
hope she does
admirable
too.
profession and I think
Of yeah, era.
we need more nurses, but like
Yeah,
I I hope she's cut out for it.
I do too. I will say she seems to have shortened the nails
Great.
a lot. I think they probably told her in
Yeah.
class, you gonna need to get those motherfuckers trimmed.
You're going to
Like,
scratch those poor neonatal babies.
and their moms and your coworkers
Yeah.
and anyone else who passes by you. Um, and I don't think she has the lashes right now,
Mm. She
too.
probably
But
looks like
that
a totally different person.
she looks her age now,
Yeah.
not 10 years older.
I
So
really
yeah,
hope
no,
that I'm not being negative. I really want her
mm-mm,
and God
mm-hmm.
knows she put work in when she was doing those pageants. as a little girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so she probably has it in her. She just needs to be challenged. So,
Yeah. And they're all famous because of her.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, where they are now is because of her and her giant personality. You've got to go back and watch her on Tallest and Tears. I think she was on 2 episodes.
Yeah.
She had so much personality and she was hilarious. I was like,
Mhm.
whose child is this
Yeah.
talking like this with all this confidence? So, okay, this is what we're going to end on. So, do you remember whenever June lost one of her teeth or veneers because she was eating that ding dong that one time? So I can distinctly remember being on TikTok, and people send them things all the time to try out on their TikTok and promote their business.
Okay.
And I can remember her getting all these tubs of taffy. And I was just like, oh my God, do you not remember the ding dong incident?
She's
And
not going
she
to have a
yonked.
single tooth left in her mouth.
Well, as we saw this season, she lost a fucking tooth
Yep.
because she was chewing on taffy. And I was like, I was trying to send you subliminal messages and tell you to stay away from that taffy. You're going to lose another tooth, but there you go. Lost another tooth. She's just, what person in their right mind would even chew
She
on
reminds me
taffy
a
when
lot
you
of
got fake teeth?
Angela from 90 Day Fiance,
Yes,
who
she does.
also has lost most of her teeth due to her smoking and got a whole veneer set for like tens of thousands of dollars. And the doctor said, you cannot smoke with this. You cannot. You will get infections. You could die. Like, do not smoke. And then she smoked through the veneer. She smoked through her weight loss surgery. She snuck cigarettes through her every surgery she ever had.
I remember.
Yeah.
She's another, I think they would get along quite well.
Or kill each other.
They're going to get along at first.
Right.
That it's going to go down hard and fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kimberly, I cannot thank you enough for
This was so much
recapping Mama
fun.
June with me. Please tell our audience where they can find your podcast, a little bit of what your podcast is about, and all that fabulousness.
We do snarky, lovingly snarky recaps of Dateline episodes. So if you like true crime, but with a little bit of humor, I know that's not for everyone, but that's what we do. And so we recap Dateline episodes, but we point out all of the funny and ridiculous stuff. And you can follow us Dateline on all social media. And I'm also on Mary Payne's show, Pink Shade, with talking about 90 Day every week. So very fun.
That's
how we met. Yeah, it was so
Yes,
much
it
fun.
is. Okay. Well, we have to promise each other we'll do this again whenever
Absolutely.
the second part of the season ends.
Yes, I cannot wait. And hopefully we get more one-liners because we didn't talk about the one-liner of the season, which was,
which one?
You lost $500,000 to a bag of fucking crack, bitch.
She did.
I wrote it down.
Pumpkin was on her shit with the insults for June.
I rewound like 5 times and watched it. Like, it needs to be a full-on GIF, meme, everything.
It needs to be on a t-shirt. Maybe I'll go get a t-shirt done
Yes.
this weekend that says that. And
Yeah.
people were like, what the fuck? I'm like, you don't know Mama June? This is about June. Yeah. So thank you again. It has been great and wonderful. And hopefully Mary Payne will go out of town and we can record Love After Lockup again too.
Yes. I love talking to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. See you guys next time.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge.